Hello, my name is Becky Hill and I'm a Strategic Partnership Manager for F1000, focused on research institutions. Really excited to talk to you today in the Japanese context, and thank you to colleagues who've been able to translate this presentation. I hope it's useful. So I'm going to talk to you today about F1000's open research publishing model and the publishing solutions that we offer to partners. So in case you're unfamiliar with F1000 and what we do, we aim to remove the barriers for all researchers to publish and ensure all the outputs of research across all its form and formats are as discoverable, accessible, usable and reusable as possible. And F1000 was established with the aim to rethink how research is published. And all of this was designed with a central vision in mind, which we have listed here, to empower researchers to advance knowledge and to engage society. And to further set the context, I've included our mission statement here, which is to accelerate the reach of knowledge and put it in the hands of those who will shape the future. So hopefully the next few slides will help you to understand how that might be the case. Before I talk through our approach to publishing, I wanted to provide a brief introduction with some background and context. F1000 founded the world's first open research publishing platform, F1000 Research, in 2013, offering a rapid, transparent and author-centred experience for researchers. And since then, we've been able to work in partnership with other like-minded research organisations to launch open research publishing platforms or publishing solutions for them. And our publishing model has a number of unique elements, which I'll talk through, and is designed to, as listed here, and I'll read through, support the dissemination of reproducible and sound scientific research, which includes null and negative results too. And our diverse range of article types support all aspects of the research journey, providing credit and visibility for all parts and players in the research team. We aim to accelerate access by providing open access to data and results, and by facilitating open and constructive peer review. We hope to build research capacity and support early career researchers through our range of publishing options, as well as all parts of the research team, as I mentioned. We aim to drive the move to open science and transparent knowledge sharing, and reduce research waste, and also deliver on return on investment, as we provide a place for all sound research to be published and won't reject articles based on novelty or perceived impact. And finally, our model aims to maximise the potential for use, reuse and impact of research. So that was an overview of F1000 and what we aim to achieve as an organisation. The next section will talk through the details of our publishing model in more detail to demonstrate how open research publishing can work in practice. So F1000 and F1000 Research and any publishing solutions we build on behalf of partners are underpinned by our unique scholarly publishing model. We refer to the model as beyond open access, in that open access is just the foundation block for opening out the entire research and publication process. But it's also the end point. Everything we publish has an open access license. So the process begins with an article submission, as with any other journal or publishing platform. And the first step in the process is a set of rigorous in-house editorial checks run by our editorial team. These are, this is the kind of green bubbles that are listed on the screen. And these might include things like key ethical checks, ensuring all data and materials underpinning the article are made openly available in line with FAIR principles, which I'll talk through more, but in case you're unfamiliar, that's findable, accessible, interoperable and reusable data. If an article passes these pre-publication checks, then it's immediately published online as a preprint with a DOI attached. So this process is a really rapid part of the publishing process, and it can happen in as few as 14 days. And it's worth highlighting that the article has not been peer reviewed at this point, and it's very clearly marked. So once an article has been published as a preprint, this immediately triggers a process of invited and open peer review. So this is the post-publication peer review that we operate. And reviewers who've been identified as part of the pre-publication checks will be invited to review the article by our editorial team based on their expertise, and we'll also try to get as a diverse range of reviewers as possible. And if they choose to complete a report, then their report will be published openly available alongside their name and affiliation. So this is the open aspect to our peer review model. It's open identities and open reports. So very transparent. And the reviewer is also asked to provide one of 3 peer review statuses alongside their report, which acts as a clear marker of progress and an at-a-glance view of their thoughts on the article. The author will be notified once a review report has been loaded, and they'll be able to respond to the report. So any comments or changes will also be clearly documented and published openly to ensure this is really a transparent process throughout. And as demonstrated by the infographic, this is a very iterative and cyclical process whereby multiple versions of the article are created as it evolves as part of the peer review process. So all versions of the article are linked together. They sit on top of each other, and you'll always be directed to the most recent version, but they're all independently citable too. So this really repositions the article as a living document, and the process is intended to be as collaborative and constructive as possible. And reviewers can continue to update the article status that they've assigned to an article in response to any changes made by the author. And once the article has passed the peer review threshold that we've set, it will then be sent to the abstracting and indexing services that we work with. A few examples are listed here. Scopus, PubMed, DOAJ, for example, which further increases the article's discoverability and reach. So in a nutshell, this process combines the benefits of pre-printing or rapid publication with the quality assurance of peer review and a rigorous pre-publication check in one publication journey. So the idea is that we don't want to hold authors up whilst they get their work out there. We want to help them disseminate their research quickly, but also provide that really important validation of peer review. And as I mentioned earlier, at F1000 we mandate open data sharing practices following the FAIR principles, which are listed here. And we'll also manage access when needed, very much in keeping with the open as possible, closed as necessary approach to data sharing. And this is a very important step that happens pre-publication, and we require all articles have a data availability statement. So we'll help researchers to do this and to share their data or materials, as it's a key part of open research, but specifically it's also an important step towards reducing data loss and waste in research, ensuring transparency and reproducibility of all research outputs. And also there's evidence that open data increases use and citation of articles, as covered in the PLOS article, which is linked here. So I've mentioned the range of articles that we publish, and we really do have a diversity of peer-reviewed article options. So alongside the standard research article and review essay, which we obviously support, we offer authors a diversity of research article types, which are all peer-reviewed. And this supports the aim of opening out the whole research process and enabling credit for the various parts and players involved in research, and which may not get the in-depth representation elsewhere. We found this range of novel article types greatly supports early career researchers who might be focused on a specific part of the process, whether that be methodologists or statisticians, and they'd be able to publish a method article or a data note to showcase the work that they've done and build their portfolio of research outputs. So in summary, the following are the key elements of our publishing model. Rapid publication is the first here. Our publishing model has been designed for rapid publication through post-publication peer review. So our aim, as I said, is to help researchers share their research outputs as early on in the process as possible and without prolonged delay incurred by the publisher. We have a fair data and materials policy, So we help authors to share any underpinning data and materials linked to their research in line with the FAIR principles. Our peer review process is invited and transparent. So this enables a direct line of communication between the author and reviewer, but it also ensures trust and integrity through transparent knowledge sharing. And interestingly, I think it also means that reviewers get credit and visibility for what they do too, which is really important. We have an article versioning model. So authors are encouraged to publish revised versions of their article, which repositions the article as a living document of sorts. We have a range of diverse peer-reviewed article options, which support all parts of the research journey, offering a publication route which might not be possible in a traditional journal. And this is all in aid of supporting the dissemination of research and potential for use and reuse. And all of our published content have full metadata descriptors embedded. So that might be funding or institutional affiliation, highlighting that kind of importance of the interconnectedness of the research ecosystem. So that's our publishing model, and I've mentioned a few times that we work in partnership with research organisations. And the final slides will give you a brief overview of that, hopefully. So we work with a range of like-minded research organisations around the globe, whether that be funders, research institutions or scholarly societies, or expert communities who are keen to drive forward open research. And we provide tailored open research publishing solutions to meet their needs and requirements. Here's a snapshot of some of the partners that we work with to provide F1000 publishing solutions, which include large funders like the European Commission and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, but also respected research institutions like the University of Tsukuba in Japan, which I'm sure you'll be familiar. So to conclude, here are a number of reasons why research institutions or research organisations have chosen to partner with F1000. That might be to accelerate sharing and publication of research, to support their early career researchers, to reduce research waste, to deliver an open access publishing venue, with the aim to support reproducibility, or build research capacity and team science. And then finally, to support the shift to more open research knowledge practices. So that's all from me. I hope this has been a useful overview of F1000 and our approach to scholarly publishing. And thank you for listening. If you have any questions or you'd like to discuss potential publishing solutions, please do get in touch with us. And looking forward to hearing from you.